This is Rich, the founder of Product Gym, and on today's video, we're going to go ahead and have a January 2025 product manager job hunting update. I'm super pumped for to go ahead and share all this wonderful information with y'all. If you guys have not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so, and let's get down to business. And just to let you guys know, to kick the year off on the right note, I'm going to be hosting live training and accountability sessions to rally for job placements by two batches. Number one, I want to offload the biggest batch, the first batch on Valentine's Day, the second batch on March 28th. Limited spots are available before I go ahead and raise rates. Go ahead, join my online community here at school, Product Manager Job Hunters United. Don't be late to school. See you in school. Let's go ahead and get down to business here. One of the biggest questions that I've been getting a lot, and you know what? It's actually one of the video topics that print the most views is product management dead? Are companies still even hiring product managers anymore, or even is product manager like still worth it? And to be frank, this isn't just product management. This has been tech all around in 2024, and a lot of people have been taking a lot of flack, feeling very defeated, doing it by themselves, which is why I'm telling people to go into school, because you should not be competing by yourself. We are going to be inviting people in here, assigning teams, team leaders. We're going to make this thing very fun. But is it over? No. Product management hiring is very much alive and well. If you doubt me on this, which you really shouldn't, because ultimately it's your career. Take a look at two people on both sides of the aisle. We got Nancy Pelosi, a California Democrat, on one end, and we got Dan Crenshaw, a Texas Republican, on the other end. They are still betting. There are so many websites where they're just following politicians' trades. They are betting heavy on tech, and they've been betting heavy on tech and on IT related services. They have been making money. In fact, they actually get better returns than your average Goldman Sachs banker. I'll have more on that content on my other YouTube channels. But I'm telling you, tech is very much hiring. A lot of you just simply don't understand either where to position your job hunt, or two, you guys have not been representing yourselves well to reflect what hiring teams want to see from a product manager candidate in this market climate. But I'm going to go ahead and solve that problem for you. Nevertheless, I wanted to illustrate this point first and foremost, and I'm going to give you guys so much proof that tech hiring is alive and well, and they're hiring for a lot of product managers that it's going to be undeniable, but you got to believe it's possible. If you're thinking right now that it's pointless for you to go after this job, you're going to be applying like shit. You're going to be interviewing like shit. And you know what? You're going to have really shitty results. And a lot of you are feeling very defeated. You guys feel depressed in long splurts, and then all of a sudden a company wants to interview you guys, and you feel like you got to go out there and shut down some emotions, or play the role of American Psycho, because now all of a sudden you got to perk up your face, smile, and be like, yeah, the reason why I want to work as a product manager for you is because. But it doesn't work that way, right? You need to feel pumped up for this. This is the gentleman that ran the mile in less than 4 minutes, which was largely thought to be absolutely physically and scientifically impossible. And once he broke the record, people of all ages, genders, all around the world, from every background that you can imagine, was beating that record. Why? Because somebody proved that it was possible. This just goes to show you how important the placebo effect is. If you're following us on LinkedIn, or you're following us on YouTube, you're seeing us put people in jobs at above market rates for some of the biggest brand names in the business. If they can do it, chances are you can do it too, which is why see me in school. Don't be late to school, okay? But you want to know what the biggest difference between my people and you are? We are competing in teams. A lot of you are not competing in teams. You're competing by yourself. Just as how there's a running club versus you're running by yourself. A lot of you are running by yourself, and you're running yourself completely into the ground. Now, let's have a little bit more practical news and, tone down on the motivational ad content. SoftBank announced a $100 billion investment to create 100,000 jobs. This is double what they invested in 2016. And I've gotten so much flack from this on LinkedIn, where it's Rich, is he really investing $100 billion? Okay, first and foremost, he invested $50 billion the first time Trump got elected, and that created 50,000 jobs. I was a tech recruiter at that time, fresh out of school, graduating from class of 2014, and I can tell you 2016 was an absolute boom year in terms of hiring. They are putting another $100 billion in, but it's going to be going into AI and related infrastructure. I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly what that means going into related infrastructure. But one thing we can agree on is this. Do you honestly think somebody's going to go ahead and promise Trump that they're going to write a check and not send the money over? And let's just say they got away with it the first time. Do you think they're going to come back the second time and lie again and promise a number that's twice the original amount? No. Because love him or hate him, if you say you're going to give Trump money, you best believe he's going to come and collect. So yeah, $100 billion is funneling in. There's going to be 100,000 jobs going to be created. Product management is a part of those jobs, but it's going to be going into AI and AI-related infrastructure. So it comes down to whether or not you're going to have those skills to go ahead and capitalize on those jobs and those opportunities. And those opportunities are going to be the highest paid roles in product management. Moving on from this, every tech CEO has essentially, in the month of December before Christmas, visited Trump in Mar-a-Lago to hand deliver a $1 million inauguration donation. Some people will call it a protection fee, but other people call it the price of doing business. They're handing him this money, and yes, tech is hiring well. I'm not just talking about these guys cannot be any more left. Tim Cook from Apple have been the opposite of hostile ahead of his second term. My personality changed or something. Everybody wants to be my friend, Trump told reporters. This is Sundar from Google. This is Mark from Meta. You know these faces if you're in this business. Who else is dropping cash? Sam Altman from from OpenAI. That's Zuckerberg again. And that's also Jeff Bezos. And you know what? If you guys follow the beef, like, Jeff Bezos had a problem with Trump before. They don't have a problem anymore. Why? Because there's a lot of money to be made, people. There ain't no such things as, like, you know, in Chinese we have a saying, there ain't no such thing as forever enemies, only forever benefits. Okay? Elon Musk, there was a time when he had a little bit of conflict with Trump too. I think a lot of you guys might have forgotten about that. But I don't think there's anybody that benefited financially more than Elon Musk since the elections. Like, Elon Musk's wealth approaches $500 billion post-election surge, right? Those jobs are coming. In fact, we have such a shortage on talent that Trump even sided with Elon and Vivek on H-1B visas. Trump supports immigration visas backed by Trump. I have many H-1B visas on my properties. Trump sides with Musk on support for H-1B visas for foreign tech workers. These roles are coming, people. If you are not getting these interviews and you're not converting these interviews into offers, it's because either your resume is poor, you have low applications, you have lack of certain skills, you definitely don't have enough AI skills or the types of AI skills that companies are looking for, or you just have a difficulty presenting how the skills and the experience that you have is a value add for the organizations that have chosen to interview you. All of those problems we can and have and will continue to go ahead and solve. So the highest paid sectors in 2025 for product management is going to be in AI, crypto, digital payments, nuclear energy, cybersecurity. I'm going to go over each and every of these one by one, but this is a very important person here. If you don't know who David Sachs is, he is the newly appointed AI and crypto czar, okay? And his involvement, his new position has major impact, positive impact on tech jobs and the growth for people's careers in the tech industry. If you don't know who he is, you got to look him up. I'm about to show you who he is, and he's part of something called the PayPal Mafia. So, like, let's go ahead and move on from this. Number one, AI. The significance of AI is to go ahead and scale up productivity. Now, why is that, Rich? We're working so much already, but in the eyes of tech, you're just not working enough. Companies don't like it when, like, how to manage a great resignation. When companies pay talent as much as they do, and I know a lot of you feel like you're not making enough money, even though on paper it seems like you do. Like, during the Great Resignation in 2021, which almost felt like a lifetime ago, like, companies were not happy that employees had so much leverage over their careers. Like, they want to go ahead and keep you in. And right now there's a huge trend called coffee badging. They don't like it. What they want, there's going to be billions of personalized AI agents. There's going to be virtual assistants on absolute steroids that's going to go ahead and change this business. So if you don't have an AI background, chatbot background to go out there and start actually understanding how to build AI agents, you are going to be dramatically left behind. This is not me threatening you. This is where the market is going, because they're going to be, I don't even know what's going to happen when all these AI agents go rogue like Jason Bourne, but it's going to happen. because human beings, we don't really learn, but it's coming down, so you want to go ahead and get with the market. Okay, crypto. We saw a major resurgence in crypto, and a lot of people that are in the crypto industry sees a new golden era underneath the Trump administration. I mean, there's been a 90% unprecedented 900% crypto rally. Just Elon Musk changing his Twitter handle to Kikias Maximus. Crypto, you guys are going to see a huge, 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 huge boom, along with also cybersecurity, because you want to know why. Cryptocurrency and everything related to crypto is highly vulnerable to cyber attacks. And when you guys get robbed, it's kind of difficult to go ahead and get that money back. But more on that in a little bit. Nuclear energy. Big tech is betting on nuclear energy to power data centers. Okay, why? Tech giants from Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta, all betting big on nuclear. Every major name that you can see on this, like every major player in the game, they're all backing up a nuclear company or like some kind of software company that powers like nuclear reactors, anything that has to do with AI and nuclear power. Why is that, Rich? Well, like every time we go out there and do a ChatGPT prompt, that takes up a lot of energy. That takes up a lot of electricity. It takes up a lot of water. And, tech has largely exhausted all of the clean energy that they can go ahead and use to power up these data centers. And now you got the most left-leaning bros all going big, big boom on nuclear energy. So that's going to be a huge ticker. Huge, huge, huge. This one here, I'm going to have more, but Sam Altman, he's backing up a company called Oklo. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit more. Cybersecurity. Okay, we have seen an unprecedented surge in cybersecurity attacks. U.S. Treasury, most noticeably over the holidays. North Korea putting up Steph Curry numbers in the amount of cryptocurrency they are robbing, predominantly coming from the country of Japan. For those of you people that know, you know. But German firms have reported cybersecurity attacks. British government has reported cybersecurity attacks. That's where the warfare is actually being waged right now. So a lot of companies that are building cybersecurity softwares and defense software, military software, government software like Palantir, they're printing. This company is doing so good that post-election, they minted 2 more billionaires with the B. Okay? And I'm going to tell you guys exactly, not only is their software awesome, but kind of the reason why it is. Okay? So, like, the question comes back, is tech hiring right now? Hell to the yes, it's hiring. Okay? These are the highest paid sectors. And I'm not only telling you guys that these are the highest paid sectors, I'm telling you guys to look out for the portfolio companies that these people are involved with. Where are they throwing their money behind? Let's go ahead and agree on another thing. Right now is the most difficult time to go out there and get funding. So if you're getting funding right now, these companies that are very, very smart people working for them, they have identified that they're going to be growth sectors. Okay, they're going to be growth sectors in the weird economy that we're navigating right now. They're like, these types of companies, they're going to be a hit. Okay, and you know what they do? I'm going to show you guys right now. This is the business model. You got VCs, who are the investors. They throw money at particular types of businesses, industry niches, and domains. They pour the gasoline on there. They make sure the right people are in place to go out there and run them and work them. And then they get another batch of guys and girls that are a part of the family into a position of government to remove the regulation to make sure these companies print cash. I'm going to show you how this model works. Okay? Have you ever heard of the PayPal Mafia? If you haven't, I'm going to go out there and tell you. The PayPal Mafia comprises of, it's not like an actual official mafia. Well, at least they say, but I think it's a mafia. Okay? The PayPal Mafia. Okay? This is Elon Musk right here. This is Peter Thiel right here. And this is David Sachs right here. I just named 3 members of the mob. Okay? And these guys, they go back decades. Okay? So when one of them goes up, they all come up. That is David Sachs and Elon Musk way, way, way back in the days, who is now the White House AI and crypto czar. You know who runs Palantir? What is Palantir? Peter Thiel's U.S. spy tech firm in line for a 480 million pound NHS, which is national, which is the health service out there in the UK deal. All right, you know, like, what's he working on right now? This guy here runs PayPal. Trump is mulling Peter Thiel for a top intelligence advisory post. You throw the money behind certain growth sectors, you make sure the right people run them, and then you make sure somebody from the family gets into government to remove the regulation and it prints cash. Okay? So if you take a look at their portfolio companies, all of them are surprised to go out there and do very, very, very well. This is like how things have been done since, like, gosh, medieval times. You know? And a part of the extended battle here, this is going to be something very interesting to watch. Mark Zuckerberg sets aside feud with Elon Musk to go after Sam Altman's OpenAI. You're going to see two camps. You're going to see a camp on one side. You're going to see another camp on the other side. Because you want to know what's their connection? Mark Zuckerberg knows this homie right here, Peter Thiel. Okay, for those of you guys that watch The Social Network, he was in the movie. Not the character, not the actual person, but the character. That's Shamith right here. And Shamith is linked to Peter Thiel. How? David Sachs. David Sachs is one of Shamith's homies right here in the All In podcast, baby. It's all interconnected. All right? It's all interconnected. Okay? You're applying to the wrong companies, people. Okay? On the other side, you have another camp, one of many, Sam Altman camp. Sam Altman's backed nuclear startup Oklo lands massive data center power deal. With caveats, of course. We'll talk a little bit about what those caveats are. But Oklo has been printing, okay? He's been backing them up. He's the chairman of Oklo. Because remember, AI needs these data centers, okay? They cannot exist without the data center. And the data center needs more energy. And it's only going to be able to be fueled by nuclear power. And you know who this is? This is Trump's new energy secretary. All right, Rich, what about climate change? What about the new energy secretary? I mean, what's their stance on nuclear? I mean, don't we have kind of like a negative connotation on nuclear energy? Or like, you know, what's like the impact on the environment? All right, that new energy secretary is also on the board of directors of Oklo. Trump taps oil executive Chris Wright as energy secretary. Rich, is this even legal? Yeah, people are like, Chris Wright needs to resign from the board of directors and divest stock holdings. Liberty Energy stock jumps after Trump picks CEO Chris Wright as energy secretary. Chris Wright, climate change skeptic, to be Trump's energy secretary. I love it. You know, this is why it's great to have. What are friends for anyways, fam? Sam Altman back Oklo finalizes site inspection deal with the Department of Energy for Idaho's nuclear reactor. Who runs the Department of Energy? Oh, his boy. This homie. It's great, right? Tech companies plus government equals profit. This is what we're all in it for. The money. Okay, and I'll give you guys another example. SoftBank announced a $100 billion investment to create 100,000 jobs. Double from 2016, right? Same shit. What do you think is going to happen to TikTok, Rich? I'll tell you what's going to happen to TikTok. All right. When asked about a potential ban on TikTok, unless it finds new ownership, Trump said, TikTok has a warm spot in my heart because of its effect on him winning the largest share of the youth vote than he did in 2016. Trump meets with TikTok CEO at Mar-a-Lago as company asks Supreme Court to intervene over fight over federal ban. Trump spoke with TikTok CEO after calling for pause on upcoming ban. Who's backing up TikTok? Who's TikTok's parent company? ByteDance. Who's ByteDance backed up by? SoftBank. Who owns SoftBank? This homie. Ain't nothing gonna happen to TikTok. TikTok's about to go out there and add a new U.S. headquarters and create an extra 20,000 U.S. jobs. That's what's gonna happen to TikTok. That's what's gonna happen to TikTok. Okay. So let me go ahead and tell you, this is one of the 48 laws of power, and this is actually, you know, people have been like calling me like MAGA. This is actually one of the geniuses. Like, Trump has a history of stroking rivalries that goes back to his casino days. This is actually from 2016. He bought a pair of casinos, two casinos in New Jersey back in the mid 80s, and he pitted his own staff against each other. He pitted managers against each other in a ferocious competition over everything from booking entertainers to attracting high rollers. So you would be landing at the airport and you didn't know which limo to get into because it both said Trump and they both work for Trump. But this is part of the reason why these guys and girls, they win. If you think like regular people are lazy, rich people are the laziest people ever. Okay, they create the internal competition, and that's what's going to go ahead and get the best performance out of their team. This is the same thing with the LVMH family. It's the same thing with the Elon Musk family. Okay, everybody's watched the show Succession. It's based on the Murdoch family. This is the Samsung family. Rich people love doing this shit. Because, like, if it was guaranteed, wouldn't be any fun. Okay, it wouldn't be any fun at all. So let me give you the solution to all of your problems. Okay, starting with your biggest problem right now. Stop competing by yourself in the Squid Games. That's how you're feeling right now. You're getting effing rocked. Okay, because you're doing everything by yourself. This is why you need to go to school, meet some friends, get some new people. Okay, like on your freaking team, and start doing this on a group level. Product Gym students are successful because we compete in teams. There's no flying solo in this because you can't do it on your own. You see this here? Okay, this homie right here, landed product manager job, Hulu. This guy here, landed product manager job, 60 days. This lady here, landed product manager job in 3 months with work-life balance. You know what the thing is? We're competing in teams. You're competing by yourself. You're getting rocked. So this is the question that I really have to ask you. Is the market really that bad, or is it because your interview numbers are just bad because you don't have the proven trading to go out there and convert those interviews? Or is it because you have low application numbers? What is it? Well, let me go ahead and spell it out for you. Who's on your team? These people have teams. If you want to win, you have to have team. Like, the reason why he's won, and like people rock me like in so many different ways, is honestly speaking, he had a more savage team. Okay, who's on your team? You. That's it. Honestly, and even people before joining Product Gym, they say like, like my like significant other, my girlfriend, my boyfriend has been very supportive, but like they don't honestly know what it is that you're going through. I mean, why should they? Because you're going through the trenches by yourself. You need a team. So see me in school. Don't be late to school. We're going to be hosting sessions galore to go out there and rally people hard. So here's the final note of the market update. Okay, here's the final note on the market update. Like, my intention is to go out there to go and help product managers secure positions Q1 2025, land the highest paid jobs in 2025, stop living paycheck to paycheck, stop worrying about money, learn how to capitalize on life-changing wealth transfer opportunities in the next 4 years, gamify the job hunting process, create network of opportunities, and create lifelong friendships. Whenever I see this guy's face, I just really think about that freaking TikTok song. Like, I'm looking for a man in finance. 6'5", trust fund, blue eyes. He looks like his life has gotten so much better. This guy, dude, he needs to resign. Like, good luck with that. Like, I want you guys to go out there and make money. Like, so many people that are either transitioning to product management or already in product management, man, it's like on paper, it looks like what you guys are doing is great, but it's like you guys are living paycheck to paycheck, man. It's effing horrible. Going to Whole Foods, looking at the price of groceries when you're thinking and not knowing when you're going to get laid off. Like, you should be with the best companies, competing at the highest level, not having to worry about money. There's clearly people that are making more money than you, and with total respect, most of them are definitely not smarter than you. They definitely don't work harder than you. They definitely don't care more than you. So what the frick is missing? They are making more money because, number one, they're better at interviewing than you. Maybe they have some better skills. Maybe they have slightly better network, but they're better at interviewing, and they're definitely better at identifying opportunities to go after, and they're going after it. They have, like, whatever you want to call it, the moxie or the chutzpah to go after it. But like you need to go after it, and the only way you're gonna do it is you're gonna do it with a team. There's only gonna be a few outcomes here in terms of like what is it that you're gonna take away from this. Okay? You're gonna take a look at this and say like this is entertainment and do nothing. And in that case, you can go out there and have 2025 be another amateur year for you, and that's totally fine. You know, if everybody was competing as hard as my folks and myself, I mean, shit, there wouldn't be so much opportunity. You could totally say that Asian guy, you know, with his glasses is lying, talking this hot shit, and this has been very entertaining, and also do nothing. In which case, we look forward to taking your next job interview away from you in the field. Next thing is you're totally bought into what it is that I'm saying. Like, you know what, this guy's totally right. If you're doing it by yourself, how many days can you do it? Day 1, 2, 3. How many people give up on their New Year's resolution? How many people give up on getting a better body? You want to know why? They don't have a team. You don't have a team. Okay? What happens in day 17? You know, if you want to go out there and be fluent in the language, you got to be grinding it 90 to 120 days. You want to learn how to code? 90 to 120 days. You want a better body? You want to see real results? 90 to 120 days. You want to go out there and pass the GMAT to get your MBA? 90 to 120 days. What happens in day 21? What happens in day 34? What happens in day 41? Day 43, right? You know what happens if you don't have a team? Nothing, nowhere. Because some days you feel like doing it, some days that you don't, right? So start surrounding yourself with higher quality people. Start thinking more like a tech entrepreneur. Those people that I just mentioned, they've never held largely any position in government, and now they're going to be walking in and out of the White House like it's freaking Equinox. All right? Start embracing your limitations and stop fighting against your limitations. It's okay to ask for help. You want to know why? Because you need a freaking team. Most days you're just going to go ahead and procrastinate. America has written and published more books on the word procrastination and what to deal with it, and people still procrastinate on reading those books. Just take massive, massive, massive action. You want to know what the difference between you and all those other people are? They're going out there taking freaking ferocious action. You think they're out there thinking to themselves, like, oh, I've never done it before? No. I want you to deal with your problems with more money in your pocket. I want you to deal with your problems by getting rich. So, see me in school. Don't be late to school. The games are beginning in a few days. Let's knock this thing out of the park in the beginning of the year so you can enjoy the rest of the 3 quarters. We only get 4 quarters a year, people, and it's going to go by before you know it. Mid-month in January, I think we're halfway there, and then before you know it, it's Valentine's Day. Would you guys like to have a product manager job at a company that you find to be extremely exciting by Valentine's Day? Let's go ahead and make it happen. See me in school. Schedule a call if you're ready to get it. And please, do me a gigantic favor. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. 80% of you come back here and stalk me, and you guys don't subscribe. I'm about to show you guys a lot of really hot companies that are going to pay you guys the most amount of money. I'm talking about the companies that are paying their product managers $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. You want to get access to that list? Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you very, very, very soon.